Hello, good evening and welcome to Storm TV Live here at the Storm Sheltering Altrincham. You're joining us for tonight's Elite League clash between the Manchester Storm and the visiting Sheffield Steelers. Both teams on the back of a defeat last night, Sheffield getting spanked by the Clan in their own building 6-0, so I'm sure the Steeler fans just to my left hand side will be looking for a big reaction from their team tonight. And they're just 1 point below the Storm, who are sitting on that last playoff spot at the moment, and they'll be looking to overtake them tonight in the standings. Storm, heavy road trip last night up to Dundee and back again, back in the early hours. They also come away without anything to show for their efforts, losing to Dundee 3-1. Let's hear what Ryan Finnerty had to say a short while ago about tonight's game. Ryan, old foes back in town at the Storm Show tonight. Sheffield Steelers, important to get a big bounce back win tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. After last night and obviously the standings, and everybody's now looking at a kind of a 19 game playoff here, and it's a big game for us. We need to rebound. We need to climb the table again and get some separation. But we know that they're gonna come after their disappointing night. They're gonna come hard here too. So should be a good game.
Looking to get out quick tonight and put the pressure on a team which has been under the cosh lately.
Yeah, that's a game plan. I mean, that's a game plan every game. It doesn't always go that way, but we want to get a good start. We want to get our crowd into it. It's our building here. We want to dictate the terms, and we want to play heavy and get pucks in deep and be physical and get a lot of traffic in front of whistle here. But they're still a good team. They still got a lot of pride over there, and I know that they're going to be. We're going to see a much improved Steelers side tonight.
On the back of 2 losses for the Storm at the moment, but the game's still there. They're still playing well, still playing disciplined.
Yeah, I mean, we're not too worried here. Last night was the first night in 2019 we didn't take a full complement of points, or at least a point. Sorry. So we're not looking at it as 2 losses here. We had a bit of a blip. We thought we did enough to get something out of the game in a difficult one in Dundee, but we didn't score. We didn't execute, and tonight we got to fix that, and we get a great chance to do that here. Just 15 hours later. So looking forward to this one. I think the guys are up for it, and hopefully the pucks and bounces go our way, and we come out with 2 points.
No Shane Baker tonight, but other than that, all the same. The lines are all still the same combinations. Must be nice to have a little bit of consistency.
Yeah, establishing that consistency has been key for us. But at the same time here, we can't have guys getting comfortable. We got guys playing in positions, and they're expected to produce, and we got a lot of guys that can step up to that job here. So that's the challenge today: is we got to earn your spot and keep your spot, and if people are doing that, then we'll be successful.
Thank you, Ryan. Good luck. Storm in the draw, and we're getting underway here. The Riley Staley just fires that around the boards. It's going to come all the way down. Picked up by Whistle. Just drops it off to the far side. Steelers looking to come through the neutral zone, but it's picked up by McMillan. He chips that one off. Give it a chance on the far side. Bray just unable to get hold of that one. The puck again goes deep, and it's blown down as it looks like it's taking a jump out. Draw one by the Steelers coming away. Here's Owens. Owens just backhands that one around the boards. It'll be picked up by Rupp. Rupp takes a big collision. Still Owens making a press with his Neely. Owens looking for trying to win the puck off the boards. Neely feeds it out to the blue line. Fed around the boards. Good work here from the Steelers. Armstrong just fans on that one. It's fed out for Richardson, bit of time and space. Still Richardson. Good stick there as it's turned over in the neutral zone. Steelers looking to come back as soon as they can. O'Connor feeds it across ice to Neely, bit of space. Neely gets his shot away, just puts it wide. Springer picks it up. Game starting to open up a little bit perhaps. Here's Hammond driving. Hammond pulling the trick. It just comes off the edge of his blade. Storm still keeping it in the O-zone. Shot come to by Earhart, just wide. Storm looking to work that puck down low as Moffat picks it up. Looking at his options, comes all the way to Springer. Springer gets the shot. Good save there by Jackson Whistle. We got a crease violation called up. Storm looking to get traffic around that area early, Shane.
Yeah, the good shift there by Moff, bringing it low to high and a nice shot. I think it was Dallas got the shot there and then got to the net and make some traffic.
There's Felix Anton Pullen takes a heavy hit from Owens. Owens coming away with it. Feeds it to Neely. Owen still feeds it out in front. Armstrong looking to get a shot away. A later addition to this roster, of course. Ice from last year's chance here. Break. He's got Braid up. Fitted to Braid. Chance. Braid finds the back of the net. Just lifts it over Jackson Whistle as he perhaps commits a little early. Manchester Storm 1, the Sheffield Steelers 0. Great play there by Logan McMillan.
Yeah, what a stick. He strips the guy at our blue line there, goes in on a 2-on-1.
My apologies, I called that a chance Braid. It was Chris Auger. My eyes are obviously failing me. Eberle, he takes a heavy hit. Richardson tries to come away with it. Indeed, now it's picked up by Kieran Long. Richardson comes off, gets the shot away, but it comes off the skates of Matheson, I think it was. Steelers driving in with Eberle, looking for the wrap round. Ginn freezes that one as Richardson plays that very calmly to Ginn. Steeler fans to my right, they look concerned, if I'm being honest. As we say, the Storm are looking to get that early goal. Let's see if the Steelers can come back, show some character. DeLuca with a chance, looking for the wrap round. There's the equaliser. McGrath, good work by DeLuca. And just as I was saying, Steelers show good character to come back quick, Shane.
Yeah, nice dump there, effective forecheck, and I think he said Luca brings it around the net, and McGrath had the open net and put it home.
Those Steelers fans to my right-hand side, they're up on their feet now. Richardson taking it over the blue line, looks to just get a weak shot just past the post of Whistle. It's going to come through to Dallas Earhart. Dallas Earhart can't wind up on that one. He's going to take it in deep and around, looking to backhand it. Just thread it through the crease. Here comes Braid. Chance Braid feeds it across to Springer. Springer gets the shot in. It's loose out in front momentarily. Good save by Whistle. OJ now feeding it across to Springer. Springer looking for Richardson. Shot comes in. Good save, I think, by Whistle.
Really nice pass there by Lyndon Springer.
Control's just going to come into the neutral zone. And won by the Steelers. It just gets fired across. Chance was quite out in front. Good save by Ginn. Pitt looking to feed Phillips. Good reaction by Matt Ginn. Doorstep save. Steelers able to find those little bits of time and space though out in front again might be a bit concerning. Again, Kieran Long's going to come up against Armstrong. The draw is won by the Storm. They're able to bring it out. Richardson does well to play it off the boards for himself. Still driving it hard. Richardson back to the door. Good save by Whistle. Whistle very deep in his crease. Storm looking to try and feed that puck across the blue ice. Springer just drops that one in. Storm looking to cycle the puck. Comes all the way through. Hammond just fans on his shot. Springer does really well to keep that one in, but there's a bit of a melee there. Springer's down on the floor. This is going to draw a reaction, I'm sure, as there is a penalty. A few words being said. Looks like a bit of a tangle up of equipment there, I think, as Dallas Earhart now comes in. And things getting a little bit rough. A few players there. So Owens and Springer having a few words. There's Springer and Owens just exchanging a couple of little punches there. Dallas Earhart not happy. First signs of a few tempers getting lost, Shane.
Yeah, there's some blood boiling out there. I don't know. I think the fans love this part of the game, seeing the heated, the tempers fly.
Oh, 100%. It makes these games. Springer and Owens are going to go and cool down in the penalty box. They do indeed stay 5-on-5. Just wait and see the screen to update with the other penalties. That's a puck got up high and Martinet up in his throat area. Storm jumping up on the play. Hammond just unable to find the back of Jackson Whistle's net. Martinelli is okay, pleased to say. Continued to skate out there. Wasn't headed to the bench. Poulin. Feeds it out to Long. Bit of space for Hammond. Drives at Martinelli. Fair call?
Yeah, I think so. I think no team needed a power play or go short there. You send both guys to cool down, like you said, and then let the players play 5-on-5.
When the referees call up penalties like that, does that really set the tone for the rest of the game? You sort of get the message of how they're going to call it?
I don't think so.
We'll leave it there, Shane.
I don't learn my lesson that way, no.
Storm looking to cycle it, comes all the way to Rupp. Rupp does well to keep it in. Gets a pass just onto the near side of Jackson Whistle's post. Looking for the traffic out in front. Big collision down on the half-boards. Pitt taken to the ice. He's okay. Continues. Steelers coming back the opposite way. Bit of pace on the far side. Fitzpoolin just pushing him out wide. Matt Ginn just paddles that one away. Moffat, and that'll do it for the end of the first period. So opening draw, the second period underway, and Pitt comes away with that one. Feeds it off to Matheson. Will be chased down again by Pitt. Chipped out. Storm looking to come back the opposite way. It's just throwing in deep over the top of Whistle's cage. McMillan on the forecheck looks to turn it over. Battle just by those Zamboni doors. So McMillan takes a fall. Braid got Pitt for company. Braid does well just to chip it back into the corner. Big hit coming in. Storm looking to work that forecheck. Steelers coming out of it their own zone. Matheson takes it over the blue line through the neutral zone. Shot comes in on Ginn, and he's just going to paddle that one to one side. Everly just misses out. Hammond looks to feed it out. A weak shot comes in on Whistle. He doesn't do very well controlling that one. He gets it at the second attempt, just puts it into the corner, but Kieran Long is going to get to work. He's got Armstrong for company. Everly just pinching up on the play. That one comes over the Plexi Ilford, and of course the 5 Cardiff game was called off due to travel problems for the Flyers getting back home from Belfast. Whistle plays that one. Just drop that one off the boards around to able to get over the blue line. Matheson kicks that one out, but once again not over the blue line. Moffat's funny bounce off the boards. Steelers jumping up. Here's Owens. I don't believe it was Owens. Pinned to the boards by Moffat. DeLuca. It was. He was Rupp looking to come out of his own zone. The Storm drums are well underway here. Steelers working the puck down, looking to get out in front again, and he managed to find the second goal of the night. Huge delay reaction. The Steeler fans just to my right have a similar view to myself, and they just lost it for a second, but it is indeed a goal for the Sheffield Steelers. DeLuca. Backhanded by Davy Phillips. Feeds it to Jonathan Phillips. Jonathan Phillips, bit of time and space. So it's Stadel for company. And we have a late whistle. Something happened behind the play there. Chance Braid and Pitt. I've got to be honest, I was following the puck there. Shane, did you see anything behind the play?
Yeah, I think they just got tangled up behind the net after that hit there. And
here the call on the Steelers. Martinelli just to try and feed the puck out, but it's chased down by Kieran Long, but O'Connor picks it up. Feeds it out to Owens. Owens, bit of pace on the far side, drives over the blue line. He's going to dump that one in around the boards. And again, the Steelers looking to work the puck down low. Lyndon Springer feeds it off to Felix Anton Poulin. Poulin to Springer jumping over. Lyndon Springer driving hard, backhand! Whistle makes a good save and a second save, but the puck is loose. Storm trying to feed it out in front if they can. Whistle has to escape behind the back of his cage. Again, DeLuca. DeLuca looks like he's got that intensity he had on New Year's Day back. And obviously he enjoys playing here in Altrincham. Chance for the Steelers, driving hard at the net. Ginn's just lost his positioning momentarily. Steeler fans to my right wanting a penalty, nothing's given. DeLuca. And Riley Stadel looks to bring it out and release the pressure, feeds it to Kieran Long, bit of space. Kieran Long, O'Connor kicks that one out. Again it's turned over. Shot comes in, Ginn just holds on to that one. Storm winning the draw again. It's better in the circle for the Storm. Comes all the way through. Great play there by O'Connor. Feeds it across. DeLuca takes a big hit. Storm look to come out of it. It's turned over again in the neutral zone. Here's O'Connor. Across to Martinelli. Storm just dropping back in, holding their positions in the neutral zone. Shot comes in by O'Connor. Wicked shot. DeLuca. He finds a second of the night, and that was incredible. I don't know what happened there. He just put a real loose shot on Ginn and it snuck through. And the puck is just loose. Riley Stadel now jumping up. He's got support, 2-on-1 here. Riley Stadel looks for the shot. Good save by Whistle as he comes out aggressively. He had McMillan there. Support chose to take the shot. And we have a too many men call. So the Storm power play. I mean, the statistics don't really tell the story. Really, they're in at 15%, but early season it really wasn't working. But say the last few weeks, it's been pretty hot.
Yeah, I can agree with that. The beginning of the year struggle. Last few weeks has been hot, and you've seen that success. Stringing together a couple more wins here.
Steelers penalty kill coming in at 81%. We'll be looking to see this one out. Storm winning the draw. They're able to get set. Byers feeds it to Hammond. He confirmed it was too many men call. The first bit of penalty killing goes well for the Steelers as they're able to get it all the way down to the opposite end. Storm look to jump up on the play quickly though. Here's Moffat. Takes it in deep. Good stick by Martinelli. Vesterling now battling with Byers. It comes back to the point. Here's Hammond. Feeds it across to Earhart. Earhart decides not to take the shot. Now he's going to drop it down deep to Byers. Byers back to Earhart. Earhart to Byers. Again back to Earhart. Those two play catch. Long. Twists and turns. Manages to get it through to Byers. So plenty of possession for the Storm, but they haven't really managed to move that puck around quickly. Hammond gets the shot away, looking for a tip in front. Earhart. Byers just parked on the edge of the blue paint. It's got Martinelli for company. Comes out in front. Puck was loose for a moment. Again, feeds it across to Kieran Long. Kieran Long feeds it. Dallas Earhart finding the back of the net with a feed from Kieran Long. Wow, there we go, Shay.
Yeah, what a play there. It all started with Mike Hammond up top, finding Longer, showing patience and finding Dallas. And I think Dallas has been arguably our best player over the last 10 games. He, both defensively and offensively, he's been contributing, and you just got to look at it there on the power play.
Matheson feeds that one across the knee. Neely just blows an edge. Puck is just caught up in leg skates and equipment. Poulin feeds it around. It's going to come through to Long. Long looking to give it to Richardson. Richardson feeds it to Long. Long driving hard. Good stick work. Shot came in by Poulin. Steelers chip it out. Lyndon Springer just gloves that one down and plays it as he's taken into the Storm bench. As we have a few fists flying once again. Neely and Springer just in front of the Storm bench, as you can see there. A few of the Storm guys getting a great look there. This with Frölunda. Been around and played at the highest level. An outstanding season for the Manchester Storm last year. Again, he's following that again this year. Vesterling does well to pick that one off the stick of Moffat. It's chipped in, picked up by Earhart. Earhart throws it out. Turnover, bit of space. Here's Moffat. Moffat looking to perhaps get the shot away. Driving hard to the net was Byers. Somehow that one stayed out. Here come the Steelers, back the opposite way. DeLuca looking for his hat-trick again. Of course, getting a hat-trick here on New Year's Day. Matheson. Harrison Ruhr. Out there with Dallas Earhart, his defensive partner. Feeds it to Linsmeyer, just tips that one in. Braid's going to go after this one. Johnson feeds it out. to Eberle, picked up by Springer. To Ruhr. That was going to come all the way through. No icing, no. Eberle, big hit thrown by Springer, but Eberle was managed to sidestep that one. Here is Eberle driving towards the net. He finds a goal. That's a frustrating one for the Manchester Storm, and it's all going off around Ginn. The red light's on, goal's been given. There's a few afters. Lyndon Springer taking a man to the boards. And here comes Chance Braid. Steeler fans to my right, on their feet. And it's 4-2 here to Sheffield. It is indeed. So the Steelers' goal is good, and they will go on to a 2-minute power play to get things back underway here in the second period. Tanner Eberle confirmed as the goal scorer, so he did really well to miss that Lyndon Springer check and then drive towards the net and get that shot away on Ginn. Is Armstrong. So Storm looking to kill off this 2-minute penalty. Big opportunity for the Steelers to put another goal on the board. Driving through McMillan. McMillan's good, draws the penalty, does really well to draw the penalty. Interesting to see if there's a penalty shot here. Hooking call. Logan McMillan wants a penalty shot. He's asking the official, how's that not a penalty shot? Shane?
Yeah, I might be biased, but I'm on Logan's side here. He had a clear break to the net, had position on the guy. It was him and the goaltender, and it was an obvious hook that impeded him from getting a shot away. So I'm kind of confused why this isn't a penalty shot.
Turned over. Storm looked to break, bit of space again. This time it's Byers. Feeds it to Hammond. Hammond looks to get the shot away. It's just wide. It's possibly out in front. Whistle does well to seal off the edge of his post. Earhart driving into the net. Another crease violation as Poulin was just winding up to get the shot away on the blue line. Big hit comes in on Dallas Earhart, and we're back to 5-on-5. Moffat feeds Hammond. Hammond looking to get a shot away, looking for the feed out for it. Great save by Jackson Whistle from a Kieran Long shot. Good save by Whistle, just stuck out that right pad. Shot comes in again. Ginn this time with a pad save. Moffat feeds it to Long. Got Martinelli for company, feeds it back to Hammond. And that one comes off Whistle again. So Ryan Finley was quite not happy with what he's seen offensively from his side. Looking just to change things up a little bit. Comes through to Matheson. Matheson taken to the boards by Byers. Comes across the blue line. Is Neely jumping up on the near side, driving in. Takes it around the back again. Neely feeds it into Ginn. It's loose once again. Ginn just losing track of the puck momentarily. Storm looking to break. Shot going to come in. And Whistle just gloves that one down at the buzzer. Well, mixed emotions from a Manchester Storm point of view. Shane, 4-2, down lead into the third, but anything can happen in the third. Big third period coming up for both teams. As we are about to get underway again here for the third period. We do indeed, and the Steelers win the first draw of the third period. They look to get to work down in the Storm zone. Harrison Ruhr coming out, skating the puck out of his own zone. He's got Neely for company. It's fed across. Here's McMillan. Getting that shot away, just comes off the stick of the defenseman of the Steelers. Looks like Ryan Finnity's reunited that line of McMillan, Braid and OJ. Still looking to get the offensive draw. But the Steelers look to come away with it. They're going to try and get out of their own zone as cleanly as they can. It's turned over. Here's Moffat looking for Byers. Byers! Great save, I think, but then the secondary chance. Dane Byers puts it away. And he's got a quick goal here in the third period as we're back to a one-goal game. Shane, welcome back.
Yeah, I like seeing that. Nice play by Luke Moffat. I think the shot got blocked or a save, but Dane picked up his home rebound and stayed resilient with it and put her in. 9
to go in the third period. Offensive draw for the Manchester Storm. As they come away with it is Hammond. Hammond looks back to the blue line for Springer. Springer plays it across to Poulin. Poulin gets his shot away. Whistle does well to get a glove on it. Just drops down beside him and he snow angels that one in. Poulin doing well to get a quick release away there, Shane. Either way, I think we're in for there's a few more stories to be told here at the Storm Shelter in this Sunday night Elite League action. So player down. There's a penalty for the Storm. Ginn makes his way to the bench. Hammond comes out as the extra skater. Shot coming in, looking for a deflection. And it's played. Finally we have the whistle. Corner. 50 seconds remaining on this Storm power play. Both teams go for a line change. Owens holding that high line this time. As the rest back off. It's fed in. Braid driving down low. Drops it back to the blue line. Comes all the way across to Poulin. Poulin looking for a shooting lane. Nothing there. Feeds it back. Shot comes in. Takes the stick of Owens. Richardson drops it down low to Braid. Back to Richardson. Looking for the shot. Shot comes in by Poulin. Good save. Secondary chance possibly for the Storm. Mike Hammond was celebrating on the blue line. Didn't go. Jackson Whistle did well to stop it. Poulin finds the power play goal, and he levels things up here for the Manchester Storm. Just 8 seconds remaining on the power play, and it's 4 apiece.
Really smart shot by Felix Poulin there. I think he saw that the goalie was standing up high, couldn't see through the screen, and he just put it on net. And I don't think it was deflected. I think it went straight in. Really smart shot by Felix.
It's the Storm fans getting behind their team here at the shelter. Linsmeyer through the neutral zone on the far side, driving at Martinelli, drops it off. Shot coming in, just wide. Springer going to dump that one in. Picked up by O'Connor. O'Connor just chips that one through the neutral zone. Possible break. Ginn's going to come all the way out. He does really well, but there's the secondary chance. Ginn again. Superb play by Matt Ginn. Ginn with a third time. Chance. Puck goes over the back of the net. Extraordinary stuff here at the shelter. Moffat looks to clear it out. Glove down by Byers. And possibly Jonathan Phillips on the breakaway there, Shane. He managed to get the little poke check, but Ginn came flying out of his net and did the job. Yeah,
I love the confidence and the aggressiveness shown by Matt Ginn there, and then there was a little bit of action after that, and he made another acrobatic save. Great little sequence there.
Linsmeyer working the puck, feeds it back to Springer. Springer across to Earhart. Earhart puts a shot in, just wide. You could see from this angle that Whistle had just lost that for a second. Lots of traffic in front, both from his own team and the Storm. DeLuca. This is tiring work on these board battles. Byers feeds it out in front. Here comes the Steelers though. Bit of pace. Driving in. Shot comes in. Goes wide. Oh, bit of space perhaps. Going to come all the way through. Felix Anton Poulin plays that one too long. Storm able to get out of their zone, but it's turned over straight away. Bit of space on the far side. Steelers looks to just drop it behind the net again. Backhand pass to Ruark. Ruark playing himself into trouble. Shot coming in. Ginn aggressive on the edge of his blue paint. That was Pitt that got the shot away. Just a little bit loose there from the Storm with that turnover.
Yeah,
Poulin, who got that equaliser, chips it out. Moffat looks to take it behind the cage of Whistle. Looks to get a shot pass out across the crease. Linsmeyer. Shot coming in. Looking for a tip in front. Just loose for a second. Whistle has to react quickly. It's again won by the Steelers. Steelers look to get that offensive zone. Byers, bit of space perhaps to feed it across. Does indeed. McMillan jumping up and play. Look, Logan McMillan puts a dangerous shot just wide. Storm looking to keep that puck in the zone. They're unable to. Steelers bring the puck across the neutral zone, but it's turned over once again just in front of the benches. Armstrong feeds it back. This time it's the Steelers who are perhaps just going to let the clock tick down just to make sure they get the only remaining attack in this third period. Last 10 seconds. Here they do indeed gain the entry. It's coming through. Lyndon Springer is first to it. That will probably do it. And we are going to indeed head to overtime. Of course, Steelers have some very dangerous players, the likes of O'Connor, DeLuca, I've already mentioned. Everly's had a good game. We get things underway. Again, this game of possession in the OT period. Steelers draw first blood in the face-off circle. Here's Pitt. Pitt looking for space. It's chipped out by Long, but it's turned back over again. Pitt just played behind him. Looking at his options, he's going to drop that one back. Here's Matheson. Plenty of goals and assists already this season. Matheson looking for a potential wraparound. takes it down low, heading towards Pitt. Pitt was out in front by himself. Long now breaking. He's got Hammond for support. He feeds it to Hammond. Long heads towards the bench. Hammond looking to just toe drag it, but it's turned over. Steelers coming back the opposite way. And can get the shot away again. Just gloves that one and gets it on the second chance. Armstrong staying out there. He's now up against Moffat. Draw one by the Steelers. Owens does really well. Now he's going to take it in deep. Bit of pace. Just loses the puck off his stick. Comes all the way across to O'Connor. O'Connor looks to get the shot away. It's high and wide, but it's possibly... And Ginn's cleared out of his crease by Owens. 2:38 remaining. And again, things get underway. Storm winning it once again. Dallas Earhart takes it behind the cage. Moffat looking to put a bit of pace in the game. Here comes Moffat driving hard. Takes it in. Still Luke Moffat. Good work by O'Connor. It's turned over now. Steelers' chance to break the pace perhaps. Armstrong decides otherwise. Now he brings it over the neutral zone. Drops it to O'Connor. Bag full of tricks himself. Looks to toe drag it. Turned over. Earhart. Hammond stretching his legs. Here is Hammond. Hammond driving in. Hammond still looking for the goal. Overtime goal possibly for the Manchester Storm, and they get it. Storm take the victory in overtime here against the Sheffield Steelers, and the roof comes off this building. Tom, overtime defeat, but some positives for your team tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good game, I think, for both teams, really. I think both teams probably a little tired after playing last night. Happy with the effort from my team coming on the road. Small building, very different ice surface than we're used to playing on. Thought we played a pretty good game.
You get the reaction you wanted from your players. I mean, you mentioned in your post-game that you'd be leaning heavily on certain players if others didn't perform.
Yeah, I think the players we addressed performed as best we could. It's a game you can recognize. It's a game that can be competitive. We'd really gotten out of our identity last night. I was a little disappointed with that. I thought we responded pretty well.
Okay, thank you, Tom. We wish you a safe trip. Ryan, another action-packed, drama-filled night here at the Storm Shelter. Overtime victory. You must be so proud of the boys, the way they battled in that third period.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming down 2-0 there. I thought we had chances of winning in regulation. Jackson made some big saves there, and no, the guys battled real hard, and they are real proud of the way they came out. And we led from the front. Obviously, our captain had a big night, Mike Hammond. When Mike Hammond's got that look in his eyes, and he's almost impossible to stop and move off. So we jumped on their back tonight, and they brought us two valuable points.
Some big games lately from Logan McMillan and from Chance Braid. I mean, that third line for the Storm is really generating a lot of offense as well.
Yeah, I mean, we rely on them to be even or better every night, and they are starting to score some goals offensively, but we got to make sure that we're keeping them out too in the D zone here. So, but yeah, they give us some life. I thought McMillan's really come into his own here. His speed tonight, I think all day long that's a penalty shot, but tonight it wasn't. That's unbelievable. But yeah, he creates that just through his own speed. I mean, he was way behind on that chase and got miles ahead. So power play was hot, and Ginner made the saves we need him to make, and we move on.
Coming back to Matt Ginn, the mental strength that he showed after probably on his stand is a disappointing second period, but he came back big in the third period and overtime.
Yeah, I mean, he's our star player. He's the reason we are that we win games more times than not. So, yeah, we made a couple errors. I think we reversed one right back to their guy, and he wrapped it around and probably caught him off guard. But he made enough saves for us to win and gave us a chance. And I thought, obviously we got a ton of confidence, and we got a ton of confidence in overtime. We've been real good in overtime. So it's good to get the 2 points. The guys deserved it.
As you say, good to get the 2 points, and important to get the 2 points as well on the back of those two losses, even though the team has played well.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, it's easy to say the back of the two losses. We've only had one game all year, all of January. We didn't get a point at least, and so yeah, we're like we said yesterday, that was our first outright loss. In Coventry they stole a point, and tonight we secured it. So dropping only 3 points in the month of January is pretty good for our standards.
And looking forward to next weekend. Saturday we welcome the Cardiff Devils. They're difficult no matter where you play. Yeah,
absolutely. Obviously they had a pretty heavy game last week, and we'll see what comes of that. And we'll have to do our homework on them. We need to find a way to beat that team, especially at home. We've been close a few times here, so we play with the same effort we had in that third period. We shouldn't have any problems with anybody in this league.